Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Nerd Chronicles, with your host, the socially awkward nerd, Christian Paul, speaking. And y'all, a good friend of mine sent me a news article through Instagram showing an OnlyFans 304, okay, that wants to help celibate men, right? Wants to help virgins. Wants to help specifically men prevent themselves from taking the route of inceldom. Now, while I understand that she means well, I do have some concerns in regards to that move. Let me explain to you why once we go through this article together. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, we have this article coming from the New York Post that actually confirms what has actually been given to me literally hours ago at the time of this recording. Who is written by Andrew Court that shows, the OnlyFans 304 that's actually going hellbound on a mission. So let's see what she has to say, right? And yes, she says she's making a sell to stop incels and basically prevent another, adolescent situation that came with that teenage boy. You know what I'm saying? Even though, the incel southern misogyny is a part of it, but let's go dig further into what she has to say. So the article reads that, the OnlyFans model says she's planning to have sex with virgin men. Juicy! Lots of scrambled eggs, y'all. Lots of scrambled eggs. Just to give them a great first experience and stop them from joining angry incel forums. Cami Strella, who makes $220,000 a month on OnlyFans, says she's been inspired to help inexperienced youngsters after watching the Netflix crime drama Adolescence, which centers around the dangers of the incel community. In which the model, the OnlyFans 304, basically states that she considers this a form of public service, right? And I want to help those who have never had sex before avoid going down a bad path. Now, I'm not going to go out and actually slam her all the way out, which I intend. I understand she does have good intentions. You know what I'm saying? My question is, what's her price, right? Because he's technically a sex worker. And every sex worker, from what I've learned, have their own price. A lot of sex workers, normally they do charge around, like some of the cheapest sex workers, they could charge maybe $200, $300, $400. If they go topless, they could up their price. And some could literally go with the cheapest price being like four figures, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on their cheapest, right? I want to see it happen because the sex workers actually gave me game when I personally went on the site myself. You know what I'm saying? So we continue this. And they said all the birds will be 18 and over legally with, Strella. I think that's the last name. Let me try and make sure I get the right name down. Cami Strella. Yes, Cami Strella. Right? Looking to help men who may struggle socially or lack confidence. And I understand their desperate needs. And I understand they have instant gratification through dating apps and shallowness. And they don't have the deeper bond. And she wants to show the men what real connection can look like, even when it's with a sex worker. And in her opinion, that times connection can feel validating, even when it's done right. It can actually be therapeutic. Now, will this particular sex worker here, okay, be willing to actually give the virgin men advice to actually go, or soon to be non-virgin men advice, to actually encourage them to actually go to therapy by a licensed clinician, a licensed mental health specialist, right? That is more so tailored to their personality and tailored to their needs. That's my big question here. Now, yes, she did study neuroscience for sure, which I understand, and I give her props because she knows definitely she knows a lot on how the brain works mainly, so I will give her credit in that, right? And she's stating that many young men simply want to be seen and validated. And as for those who might raise their eyebrows about fellas fucking out cats getting in bed with her, the beauty says it's better than the alternative. Again, as I said before, what is Stella's price, right? Yes, you want to try and actually to get yourself back and give yourself opportunities. That's great. But what I don't like in the situation that's definitely been going on with Strella, although she means well, it's unfortunately going to literally strengthen the narrative that these pseudo red pill gurus and these incel gurus are mainly stating, when it comes with actually dealing with women of Cami's ilk, right? They will actually claim that Cami belongs to the streets just because she has OnlyFans, or she is sugar baby or a sugar mama and all these things. They would basically say that they for the streets, but yet these pseudo gurus are actually trying to utilize them to up their knots count strictly for recreational use only. And the same people that actually focus on their knots count actually bagging them up, piping them out, fucking them all willy-nilly raw, protection of knots, right? Some of these women, some of these dudes that be doing a lot of fucking with a lot of these women, haven't even changed their minds and haven't even fully healed internally, okay? They still treat women like garbage, right? They still belittle women, and at times, in some people's cases, they abuse women. Okay, I've even witnessed it. I even discussed the situation with Andrew Tate's situation, in which he abused a new woman up in L.A. and he been bagging made chicks, and he's been father to a lot of these little baby mamas they be having. He be having multiple kids by multiple women, and he admits this, right? So, my thing is, you can do all these things. You can definitely try to actually bag up, and yes, you're there to make a profit. In my opinion, yes, he sort of means well, but I don't think it's really more so about actually trying to thoroughly help men. It's more so actually trying to utilize an opportunity to try and make some extra profits. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say, okay, if she's actually truly in it, help these boys, you ain't gotta worry about just don't focus on not just fucking them. Yes, you gotta worry about the deep connection, but also encourage these dudes to go to therapy and speak to a psychologist. And to the virgins and to the celibate men that are watching me now, and for those that are actually watching me, I truly thank you. You could go anywhere else, but you choose to be with me. I truly thank you for that. What I'm saying is, please seek therapy. Yes, you can bag as many women as you want. Actually, just focus on your sex skills and all that. You can focus on your fucking skills, get your skills down packed. That's fine. But more importantly, please seek therapy, right? Please do your research and find a therapist either through BetterHelp or through your insurance provider to see which. Sorry, my ears are having a little bit of issues. Forgive me. To see which mental health specialist or psychologist would be better suited for you, whether it's either online or in person when in your area. Okay, that's definitely number one. Number two, and this is going to be very similar to what I'm going to say, get yourself outside, attend public events, get yourself out and about to meet people. Even if you go to networking events, it don't have to be like extreme professional, but go to something that's fun. Join a club, go meet new people. Or even just go walk outside, go shopping, go do your thing. Don't be afraid to meet strangers. Don't be afraid to be discreet with strangers. Focus on body language and eye contact. Focus on speaking discreetly with people so that you're more comfortable and out and about actually being around people in public. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to handle some stuff in a situation like this. And once you get that inner confidence right, there could be a very strong chance that some women, right, or some of these women that come by, they see that, they sniff the energy, they see the confidence coming by from within, and they can actually try to fill you out that way and actually want to try more so be with you. But also, you got to definitely learn how to practice cues, but definitely continue to experiment, continue to socialize, continue to see which work and which doesn't work. This situation here, I'm not telling you what to do with your dick or whatever it is. You do whatever you want with your life. It's your life. You know what I'm saying? Just definitely please be protective. And also know, we don't know if this woman has any STDs or not. We're not sure. We're not sure if she ever actually try and make sure she cleans herself and actually gets herself checked up down there. When it comes down there, actually seeing Brenda and all that, whenever she actually sees her doctor or gynecologist. You know what I'm saying? That's another factor in there too. having getting fucked by many different men. You know what I mean? We don't know if she actually frequently went to the doctor to make sure that she protects herself as well, if she frequently uses condoms, or if she deals with accidental pregnancies as well. We don't know. We don't know if she's done with an abortion. We do not know about that particular situation. Okay? I'm not, and again, this is not me trying to throw shade at this young woman here. I'm not trying to actually do that. You know, if she wants to actually try and sell her body and actually just, you know, get her chick slapped by hundreds and hundreds of men, you know, that's her right, that's her life. You know, let her be, let her do her own thing. What I'm telling these young virgin men, okay, please practice social cues. Please get yourself comfortable talking with people. Please learn how to sniff red flags whenever you actually deal with certain people, and don't get yourself caught up in definitely some immature people that definitely like to drain your mood, because that type of stuff right there can easily lead to any virgin male to actually become an incel and literally go into that deep dark rabbit hole up in the manosphere. Alright, so if you actually do want to deal with this woman, definitely live your life. However, most importantly, you need to actually try and work on getting therapy first and speak with a mental health specialist and a psychologist. That is the most important thing. Second thing is, go outside, talk to other people. More times than not, actually trying to heal your ills, and you'll be able to actually try and get a big wake-up call as to what's really going on in reality when it comes to the social world. Because a lot of these dudes actually talk the good game, claiming that they experts in what they do. That's how they fall to the incel trap. They be all these crazy ideologies, but don't even do thorough digging and thorough experimentation with themselves, and actually haven't really honed their skills or actually honed their theories, just to make sure it definitely suits and actually specialize that particular individual, rather than actually focusing on generalizing the whole group. Alright? I'm gonna leave it at that, y'all. What a crazy interesting story. Alright? Chris Paul for Nerd Chronicles is signing out. Deuces.